We'll begin with the Solkha practice on page 1. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. I appear as the Yidam deity. From the seed syllable at my heart emanate Ram, Yam, and Kam. Fire, wind, and water burn, scatter, and wash away the faults and defects of the Torma. Above wind and fire is a hearth of skulls. Above that is a vast and spacious skull filled with the 5 meats and 5 nectars. The 5 meats are marked with Om, Hum, Tam, Hri, and Ah, and the 5 nectars with Mam, Lam, Pam, Pam, and Tam. A wind of Hum emerges from the nostrils, blowing, stirring, and lighting the fire, which melts and boils the substances. The defects bubble over, and the pure essence fills the skull to the brim. Above a moon disk lid, Hum, Ah, and Om are stacked one above the other. Lights radiate from these and gather nectar which merges with the syllables. The 3 syllables and moon disk melt into light and dissolve into the nectar. Thus it transforms into an ocean of wisdom nectar. Light radiates from the seed syllable at my heart, inviting the Lama, Yidam, and Dakinis, the protectors and guardians of the Dharma, wealth gods, guardians of the directions, local spirits, obstructing spirits, karmic creditors, and the 6 classes of beings who then gather before me like billowing clouds. According to their ranking order, these guests partake of the Torma with light tubes emerging from their Vajra tongues and are thus pleased and satisfied. Ho, please consider me. Ho, please consider me. Ho, please consider me. Glorious Vajra, guardian, great black one, and Haruka, glorious great Bharava. By nature you are one with Dharmata. In essence you are the same within primordial wisdom, and in character you are equal in unhindered activity. Hero who defeats all unfavorable circumstances. You are the foremost lord of all appearance and existence, and all gods and demons, wrathful local guardian, great leader of activity oppressors, invincible sovereign of radiant splendor. You protect awareness holding yogins as if they were your own children, and you assess the absorption of oath-bound practitioners. You are endowed with the radiance of peace, the splendor of increasing, and the power of magnetizing activity. You are swift in activities of liberating savage foes and hindrances. Your mighty skill in protecting the teachings is sublime. Powerful Lord with the name, the one endowed with the mighty Vajra wrath, great warrior God of yogins, please heed me. Please dwell in this holy shrine of enlightened body, speech, and mind of myself, the yogin called Vajra Haruka. Please act to conquer the dread of the four maras and all obstacles along my path of supreme bliss, whereby I will accomplish unsurpassed awakening. Please cause me to encounter the samadhi companion that will guide me on the authentic path. Until I attain awakening, help me to never deviate onto mistaken paths with my body, speech, and mind, and cause my mind to turn toward freedom and awakening. May all unfavorable circumstances in this world be vanquished. May perfect auspiciousness and goodness pervade and increase. May God, spirits, and humans be brought under control, and at all times and in every circumstance, may enlightened activities be accomplished according to my supplications. As you are the glory and protector of all wandering beings, please perform activities to grant supreme and common cities without obstruction and effortlessly. May I vanquish all unfavorable circumstances, the enemies and hindrances with wrong views and the like, and may perfect auspiciousness and goodness pervade and prevail. Ma Hri, by the power of your compassion and previous aspirations, Mother Achichoki Torma, arise from the Dharma sphere and look upon me from the space of primordial wisdom. Miraculously descend upon this activity mandala. Mother Achi, Lady of Nanam, powerful Dharma Tara, Wisdom Tara, Samaya Tara, magnetizing goddess, flesh-eating Karma Dakini, noble lady Tashi Seringma, Miyu Lupsangma, Tekar Toksangma, Tengi Shalsangma, and Tropindra Sangma, protectors of the lineage forefathers, protectors of frightful hermitages, protectors with Samaya, who pledge to protect the teachings of the Kagyu lineage. Your luminous wisdom never fades, your compassion never withholds, your blessings are never far, and your power is unobstructed. All of you bless us yogins and our retinues through your enlightened body. Bless us through your enlightened speech. Bless us through your enlightened mind. Bless us through your enlightened activities. Bless us through your enlightened activities as acts so as to conquer adverse circumstances and the dread of the four maras. Please cause me to encounter the samadhi companion that will guide me on the true path. Thus, until I attain awakening, help me to never deviate onto mistaken paths with body, speech, and mind, but cause my mind to turn toward freedom and awakening. May all unfavorable circumstances in this world be vanquished. May perfect auspiciousness and goodness pervade and increase. May God, spirits, and humans be brought under control, and at all times and in every circumstance may enlightened activities be accomplished according to my supplications. As the glory and protector of all wandering beings, please perform activities to grant supreme and common cities without obstruction and effortlessly. May I vanquish all unfavorable circumstances, the enemies and hindrances with wrong views and the like, and may perfect auspiciousness and goodness pervade and prevail. Jaya, Jaya, Siddhi, Siddhi, Pala, Pala. Now we'll do the Guru Rinpoche Tsok, page 20. Appearing as the deity, from my heart come Ram, Yam, and Kam to purify the feast substances, white, red, and blue. Om, Ah, and Hom, and Ha, Ha, Ho, and Hri emerge and transform the substances into nectar. Hri. To the Lama, Yidam, and Dakini, I offer all desirables. I make outer, inner, and secret offerings. Please accept them with delight and bestow accomplishments on me. Ganashakra Puja Kahi. All opponents and obstructors undermining the supreme accomplishments of us practitioners, bring them here, having liberated them compassionately. Their flesh, bone, and blood and bones are offered to the emanated gathering of the mighty wrathful ones. Through wondrous offerings of sensory delights, outer, inner, and secret, as well as union and liberation, revitalize the sacred bond with the Guru and the three roots.
Zambala che churona ma te sojo kolla pavani rami javi che kona lati sem dejik ni mo jo ka sang de si de na ni de ranga ta kham tham de de ni Lama Sanchok Sengkever Kapsatini, Tomalan Jondori. Dandi over Kapsa Yantin Kovano Chadini, Kuchik Tekasip Rajido, the Sambasip Dagadin, get them just Kichik so in song, get this song, the Congress in him. Yet the chick Nimbo Yambe, there is a tea, Sanchok said then there on a Sajan Jondori. He Dandi and neck up, don't make it just new muscle on Gori. Sanchok Sim Jibaka Tamalare. Potanji is a Motanji Gypsy Roma, then the Magotin Tamapachika, your marriage. That was not an idiot longer, registerable Mutrat and Tamalare.
I'm offering this Gana Chakra feast to all my Dharma friends joining us on the live stream. And so, as we mentioned the other day, our own body is the mandala of the deity. And within this mandala dwells the essence of the Sugata, or the Buddha nature. So actually, when Bodhichitta arises, when there's a moment of Bodhichitta, in that moment, all your channels and your elements all become the deity. And when there is a moment of self-grasping, then you again create samsara. It is just changing moment by moment. So in a moment, we may give rise to bodhicitta, and in that moment, we are the deity. As Jigten Somgen said, karma, cause and effect is the natural manifestation of one's moment-to-moment thoughts. So what that means is that your fundamental nature is Buddha nature, and when that encounters the condition of bodhicitta, then you attain enlightenment. But if that encounters the condition of self-grasping, then temporarily you will accumulate the causes of suffering. But in a moment when bodhicitta arises, you become the deity, and every one becomes the deity. So all males are genresic and all females are Tara. There is nothing ordinary, no one that is ordinary. And also within your own body, all the hundreds and thousands of microorganisms inside your body, all are the deity.
Benza sato samaya mana bolaya Benza sato tino ba di chandino meba Nudun kayo meba subu chayo meba Anarato meba sarva siddha meba Sarva kama sudhame siddhanji Yaha banga Sarva dudanga benza mame benza mama sama sarva
Oh
Home. The finest portion of the feast is offered to the 3 roots. The feast is given to my Dharma siblings and the remainder to the host of messengers. Those worthy of remainders are presented with appropriate enjoyments. Home. Lama, Yidam, and Dakinis manifesting from the Dharmadhatu state, as I invoke your heart Samaya, please perform activities, clear obstacles, and bestow accomplishments. Om Ah Hom Vajraguru Deva Da Kini Sarva Siddhi Pala Hom.
Om Dharma Pan Saparivar Amrita Balinga
Assembly of protectors who have taken vows before the Vidyadhara lineage in the beginning, in the middle, and in the end, please accept this Torma offering and carry out enlightened deeds. Om Dharmapala Saparivara Amrita Balingta Kahi. Hosts of Tenma, goddesses, protectors of Tibet, who are bound by the command of the great blazing master, please come here, enjoy this blazing Amrita, and perform the 4 enlightened deeds. Om Dakini Tishta Saparivara Amrita Puja Kaihi. Now we'll do Zambala, summoning good fortune and the rainfall of benefit and happiness text on page 63.
Land of perfect happiness, even the name of sorrows unknown. Amitayas grant long life, regard me kind-heartedly in Potala, pure land of perfect compassion. Then 5 poisons names don't exist. Generating hold me with love. Grant me the supreme city in lotus light, pure land of Vidyadhara's deathless life. Even misery's names are gone. Lotus born, grant your blessing. Sky-faring rainbow body in manifest joy land. Heart perfect bliss, even the names are confused, hate don't exist. Vajrasattva grant blessings, mirror like wisdom sit he in glory endowed land of perfect splendor. Even names for confused pride don't exist. Rana Sambhava bestow equanimity, wisdom in thy watch and pure lands of great happiness. Even names for confused desire are gone. Amitabha bless and grant discerning wisdom sit he in fulfilled activity, land of perfect Buddha deeds. There's no words for jealousy. Abao Siddhi bestow all accomplishing wisdom in the yogic dharma sphere, endowed with 5 perfections. Ignorance does not exist. Vairojana grant dharma, Natya wisdom siddhi, grant vital essences of the 5 great mothers and long life. Originated Jnana, Sölkha dwells with Dakinis, grant bliss, emptiness, mastery, fortune unprofound, mantra, gurus offer none. Mahamudra in the sphere of self-display. Dwell ye arms of peace and wrath, grant supreme and common, our city fulfilling all aims. 824 sacred sides gather infinite sky dancers, grant ripening liberating powers. Fortune of secret mantra in Dharmakayas expands, 12 lineage lords and kin. Grant enlightened acts increase, 2 stages mantra sphere. 12 Mahakalan on grand subjugating city, fortune of enlightened acts, home great in Vaishnavanas, above dwells the work of Dzambhala, who acts kindly for all beings. Master of life merit, wealth, food and fortune with your heart. Don't waver from your heart pledge. Think of us compassionate, living our long life fortune. Bring here fortune of cattle, fortune of swift horses, and wealth of wish-granting livestock, the fortune of fertile sheep, and of herd animals, fortune of gold and just best cattle, wealth of wish-granting cows, bulls, mules to carry heavy loads. All this good fortune bring here, fortune of fine lovely silk, highly priced gold and silver, fertile soil and the 6 grains, precious gems and ornaments, food and drink of every kind. Bring them here as good fortune, Brahma's fortune from above. God's ghost spirits wealth midway, not those wishing gem below. 3 worlds, gods and humans' wealth. Bring them here as young fortune, Abbao's body fortune, Dzambaling's holy dharma, Balancho's fortune, not wealth, Brahman's longevity, being's life, strength and merit, of all lands grant fortune, and kings religious might, Chinese kings of reaching force, Persian kings fortune and wealth, the order of kingdom bright with food and clothing, radiant splendor, riches, strength, honor, weapons, miracle powers. Monks who uphold the scriptures, fortune of brave and strong boys, beautiful and virtuous girls, pure offspring, please all of these, bring them here as good fortune, like sun and moon's eastern rise, eastern long life fortune, from like the swirling southern clouds, southern long life fortune come, like enshrouding mist, western long life fortune, please come here, like a river flows northern. Long life fortune, please come here, like rain falling from above. After long life fortune come, like 6 grains ripening. All over long life fortune come, fortune of melodious praise. Come like turquoise dragons, roar fortune of heart students, line come like dazzling star garlands. Om Hre Eastern Vajradhari, me bring as fortune passive, these hindrances, southern jewel darky, may bring resources, food and wealth, expand life, merit, riches. Western lotus darky, near some empowered to tame all things, samsara and nirvana. Northern action darky, living for enlightened lands, annihilate hindrance evil. Wealth gods with your retinue, bring here all the world's fortune, bring auspicious objects here, bring fortunate objects here, always remain at this place, and make this fortune steadfast. Potent eyes like substances, and this place protect wealth, these remain firm unchanging. Grant eternal life, Siddhi, grant endless treasure, Siddhi, grant wealth and merit, Siddhi, grant to Siddhis, let them be accomplished spontaneously. Sarva Siddhi Allah.
kayas, Lama, deities of longevity, dakinis of Uddiyana, an assembly of wealth gods, please bestow the four empowerments upon me and other fortunate disciples. Being bestowed with the supreme form empowerment upon my body, may I attain the indestructible Vajra body. Being bestowed with the supreme speech empowerment upon my speech, may I attain the power of Brahma's 60 melodies. Being bestowed with the supreme mind empowerment upon my mind, may I attain power over the unborn simplicity. May I attain the essence kaya empowerment, the ultimate empowerment that is the spontaneous presence of the three kayas. May I attain the empowerment of the Guru's three kayas, which causes the three poisons to manifest as the three kayas. May I attain the empowerment of the long life deities of the five families, which causes the five poisons to manifest as the five aspects of primordial wisdom. May I attain the empowerment of the dakinis of Uddiyana, by which the body of deathless primordial wisdom is obtained. May I attain the empowerment of white Zambala Yap-yum, which effortlessly and spontaneously accomplishes ordinary and sublime cities. May I attain the empowerment of wealth gods and treasure lords, which perfects the abundance of food, wealth, and riches. May I attain the empowerment of Mahamudra, which liberates from samsara's pain. May I attain the empowerment of self-knowing Dharmakaya, which is the primordial purity of the delusional perceptions of unawareness. May I attain the empowerment of the great completion, which is the primordial purity of all phenomena of samsara and nirvana. May I attain the empowerment of the great middle way, which naturally liberates the four extremes of eternalism and nihilism. May I attain the empowerment of the perfection of wisdom, which is inexpressible, being beyond words and thoughts. May I attain the empowerment of total openness, free from fixation, which naturally liberates dualistic propensities. May I attain the empowerment of immortal life, which is the unchanging expanse of awareness. May I attain the empowerment of awakening within one lifetime, which is the endless accumulation of merit. The Guru, who is the three kayas, deities of longevity, dakinis of Uddiyana, an assembly of wealth gods, my own body, speech, and mind, this life, all solid and substantial matter, all these dissolve like clouds dissolving in the sky or water pouring into water, without reference point into the all-pervasive open space of awe. Within a state of non-distraction, rest at ease. In the unborn basic space of phenomena, let go of everything. In a state of simplicity, remain free and open. Seal. Om Hri. By this virtue of timelessness beyond the 3 times, may all beings be relieved from the suffering of poverty, hunger, and thirst, and may all wishes and enjoyments be fulfilled. At last, may they swiftly attain the most excellent state of the Master Padmasambhava and Amitabha in the Buddha field great bliss, and reach the ground of no return.
Dharmapala, page 22.
We go back to the Solkha Dharmapala text on page 32. Om Banda We return to the Guru Rinpoche Sadhana on page 25. Having embarked upon the path of highest mantra to cleanse the stains of omissions, additions, and mistakes, I beseech you, the Divine Assembly, to pardon all my errors, both those I am aware of and the ones I'm not. illusory mandala deities, divine appearances devoid of any true existence, dissolve into the natural dharma dhatu space. The experience of letting go with ease is truly wonderful. Do the long life prayers in the yellow prayer book on page 22. Sorry. We've got to do the English on page 26 in the sadhana. Ho. May the auspicious blessings of the root and lineage gurus up to Samantrabhadra prevail. May the auspiciousness of the peaceful and wrathful victorious Yidam deities, 2 cities, prevail. May the auspiciousness of the enlightened deeds of mothers, sisters, dakinis, and secondary dakinis prevail. May the auspiciousness of the Dharmapalas and the oath-bound haughty ones' destruction of all foes and hindrances prevail. Now we'll do the long life prayers in the yellow prayer book on page 22. For this realm encircled by snow-covered mountains, you are the source of all benefit and happiness. Tenzin Gyatso, Lord Chenrezig, may you remain steadfast until the end of samsara. Embodiment of the three jewels, great being who upholds and increases the teachings of the Shakya lion, supreme are your activities of guiding others with your perfect deeds. May you, the precious Guru who accomplishes everything, spontaneously live long. Holder of the teachings of the Lord Drigumpa, great Lord of the three jewels, through the power of your peerless compassion and the holy Dharma's peace and light, you bring relief to beings. May your life be long. The one known in the noble land as Arya Deva emanated into the Gar clan of eastern Tibet as Chodingpa, the heart son of Jigdig Gompo. May the life of the glorious Garchen remain steadfast for 100 eons. Page 28. May the teachings of the great Trigumpa Ratna Shri, Master of Interdependence, Omniscient Lord of Dharma, who has seen all noble things, be upheld until the end of psychic existence through study, practice, hearing, contemplation, and meditation. Your 1,000 arms are the 1,000 wheel-turning kings. Your 1,000 eyes are the 1,000 Buddhas of this fortunate eon. Your love is boundless like space. I supplicate to the Bodhisattva Chenrezig.
조름지요. 조름지단 제문에도 조름지. 조름지와도 가려지. 습지 탐지를 이제 대식인 뭐 요래. 때때니 이제는 천을 바당 코가 탐해 봐라. 유몽 쪽 꽉전에는 천도 요래. 대처 대 삼행지가 네, 그도 삼행지는 그도 삼행지 때렸더니 동남고 대마 이메반 통내더니 나진이니 메바 차더니 동남고 따방은 용 타톡 용념이 탐색에 제가 동남고 대마성 동남고 대마자 그 초가리 손에 다자야 뒤가리들이 생땅 생내로 야나 들 가자라고 따방다 계속 맞죠 내는 들이 생고만 줘봐 쌈님만 잡아 꽂아서 뭐 줘비 생고만 뒤수 뒤집지 되게 마가달마 도도 우마스 뭐 용서를 미기데 팽교에 대해서 산지 좀 되는데 그 타바트지 네 타바시를 놓고는 송을 나 보충을 때 통도 책대도 뭐지 랑게 나고 잡들 랑게 참만을 쇼요 강에 탕적 삼띠 춘속나 감성감만 남라 소시면은 동체도 몸지아주도 하자 따하거나 예수님도 하거나 되지 내리 비무치에서 생고만 좋아져 말지마 삼점만 잡게 자더니 대 크지니 공화성 뒤에서는 다자였네 가지는 조금 탐전 다리에 저 다성은 깍들이 이렇게 씹어 남자 존재들 기체 보여리 그 적성제에 좀 진주는 깍들을 샘 납도면 레오나 그 사지 살을 냈고요. 이제 서울랑 사지 대식 뭐 뒤들을 냈고요. 랑지 사지에 서바는 이제 사지에 들는 게 대식부터 땡을 내버려 뒤태고는 납도하고 제형을 다시 사지 살을 냈고요. 이제 같이 거래 들이 주도는 말을 다시 들으시고
Thank you to all my Dharma friends who joined on the live stream. And so at the end of any mantra recitation retreat, we dedicate the roots of virtue, the merit. And so the reason why we meditate, we dedicate, is in order that our merit is not lost, so that it doesn't decline, and also so that it further increases. So that the dedication is the skillful method, the special method to increase our merit. And there is two kinds of dedication to increase merit, or the causes of merit, and that is through method and also through wisdom. When we dedicate through method, that is when you dedicate and you bring to mind all the higher beings and cultivate devotion, even if just a slight moment of devotion arises, you have created the cause of merit. Or even if just the slightest moment of compassion for sentient beings arises, you have created the cause of merit. So it is when that feeling arises, that is when you accumulate merit on the relative level. And then you have to combine this with the great merit of all the Buddhas. As we have said in the prayer before, the treasure of the great ocean of the Buddha's love and compassion. When you add your virtue through dedication to the great merit of all the Buddhas, then the merit will become inexhaustible. So that is called the relative dedication. And then on the ultimate level, the ultimate dedication is that in the end, there is the completion stage where we dissolve the visualization. And the completion stage is the actual fruition. And it brings us to our true nature. All sentient beings possess Buddha nature. That has never been confused. But because on the surface there are layers of confusion, we wander endlessly in samsara. So it's the 6 afflictive emotions that wander endlessly in samsara. And these are overcome on the relative level through love and compassion. On the ultimate level, through seeing that self and other are inseparable, through seeing the non-duality of the two truths, the non-duality of self and other. So in the completion stage, you are resting in the ultimate truth. So you're placing your mind in the natural state, and you see the nature of the mind. And that is really the fruition, the result of all meditation practice. It is to see the ultimate truth, your true nature. When in the end, when we meditate during the completion stage, we always ring like a bell or make a sound, so to kind of signify that now you rest in a state of meditation. And so in that moment, when you hear this this sound, this signal, instantly you should rest in the natural state of the mind. And even if you just abide in the view, in the natural state of the mind for a single moment, it is inconceivable. That in itself becomes inconceivable Samanta Bhadra offering clouds to the higher beings. And it becomes a liberation for beings in the lower realms. And there's this prayer that says, I will liberate those not liberated. I will release those not released. I will give breath to those without breath. And so this is how you gradually benefit sentient beings, through just resting in the natural state of mind. There's this one quote by the Buddha that comes from the Great Liberation Sutra that I saw when I was very young as a child, and I always remember these words ever since, and I mention them often to you. So this quote says, "It is of a greater benefit to spend a session in meditation than it is to save the lives of all sentient beings in the three realms of samsara." So he speaks about the benefits of meditation. When you understand non-duality and you rest in the non-dual natural state, there is nothing of greater benefit than that. That's of the greatest benefit. And that resting in your true nature naturally becomes an offering to the higher beings and an act of generosity to all the sentient beings. So that resting in the natural state of the mind is called the dharma dhatu dedication. So whenever we ring the bell or the singing bowl at the end and we meditate in the completion, instantly it's very important that you place your mind in a meditative state and look at your true nature. In the Manjushri Namasankiti, it is said that in an instant you become a Buddha. So in the moment when you rest in the natural state and there are no thoughts in your mind, in this moment you actually come to the state of Buddhahood, of enlightenment, because that is your true nature. You come to your Buddha nature in this very moment. Or also when you cultivate love and compassion, you come to this nature. So you come to your true Buddha nature when all ordinary thinking stops. So actually we, moment by moment, we again and again come to our true nature, the state of Buddhahood. So that's why it is important to always meditate at the end of the sadhana practice. So Dharma friends, Dashidele.
화장 같이 보는 지켜라더니 다음 문 틀에 참하게 남진 고갑 가용을 곰자 때문에 니 와서들 게다더나 대이제 화장 좀 첨부 첨출다 와서 들 자시들 롱라
And so to all my Dharma friends around the world, it's actually that the English language has actually many merits. And everyone in the world understands the English language. It's a very important language. And so that's why I'm telling you today in English, long life to all my Dharma friends. And also we are in the month of miracles. which is a very important month. And therefore, whenever during this time you have an opportunity to practice, you should make use of this time. So either you should meditate or you should recite mantra or practice any other virtue during this month of miracles. So Dashi Delek and long life.
Thank you so much, His Eminence Garchen Rinpoche, for illuminating this powerful practice for us once again, and for all of your kindness and patience and how you constantly give everything to us. So we thank you profoundly from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you.
We want to present the mantra accumulation total as an offering of our practice to you. And in the 3 days of retreat, 108,264,556 mantras were accumulated. 108,000,000 264,556. And we'd also like to thank all of the Garchen Institute Lamas for guiding us in the practice, to Khenpo Tenzin, to Lama Bunima for Umzang, to Lama Abao and Ani Samten. Thank you so much. And thank you to all the translators for translating in the different languages. And a special thank you to Ina for translating the sadhana, and to David and Ilana for helping you with the editing. Thank you to Padma for Umzang and running the retreat so smoothly. Thank you to Billy for streaming with so much expertise and ease. And thank you to Ina and Goling for your Chopin service. Thank you to Vanda for handling all the registration. Thank you to Johnny for cooking us delicious and nourishing food, and to Pavel and Melissa for all of your help. And thank you everyone around the world for joining us online in this practice and making it such a powerful and meaningful retreat. And we just want to remind you about our upcoming events. This next week, Khenpo Tenzin will be teaching on the Jewel Ornament of Liberation, and Garchen Rinpoche will be teaching next Saturday on the relationship of the prayer wheel and merit. We wish you all very good health, long life. Be well, take care, stay safe.
Oh
Om